Some hearts are born to break quietly until someone teaches them how to stay. Out here, where the Texas sun bleeds gold across the horizon, time moves differently. It stretches and slows, painting the dust kicked up by the horses, tracing the lines of the old wooden fences, and bathing the ranch house in a warm orange glow. It's a place of stark beauty and silent promises, a place where a story like ours could unfold, note by melancholy note. Just like an old country song, the old house groans and settles, a keeper of secrets and whispered conversations. Every floorboard has a memory. Tonight it's watching me. My hands shake as I fold a worn-out shirt and place it in the small suitcase on the bed. Each item feels like a betrayal, a piece of a life I'm trying to leave behind. The sound of the front door creaking open makes my heart jump into my throat. I freeze. Footsteps, heavy and deliberate, echo down the hallway. He found me. You leaving without saying goodbye? James's voice is low, rough around the edges, but it cuts through the silence deeper than any shout could. I can't bring myself to turn around. Goodbyes make it harder, James. My voice is a whisper, fragile and thin. He takes a step closer. I can feel his presence behind me, solid and unmovable. You think walking away makes it easier? The silence that follows is heavy, filled with everything we haven't said for months. The only sound is the relentless ticking of the grandfather clock in the hall. Each tick, a second stolen, a moment lost. It's a sound I used to find comforting. Now it feels like a countdown to the end of everything. This quiet is more painful than any argument we've ever had. It's a void, and I'm terrified it's going to swallow us both whole. Finally, I turn to face him. The tears I've been holding back now burning in my eyes. You deserve a family, a real one with children. I can't give you that. The words feel like poison on my tongue, an admission of a failure I've carried inside me for so long. It's become a part of who I am. James's expression softens, the hard lines around his eyes easing. Family's not just blood, Anna. You've been raising mine, like they were your own since the day you got here. A single tear escapes and traces a path down my cheek. But they'll know. One day, they'll look at me and know I wasn't enough, that I couldn't give their father what he really wanted. He closes the distance between us, his gaze steady and unwavering. You love them better than most mothers I know. You're there for the nightmares, the scraped knees, the homework they can't figure out. That's not being not enough. That's being everything. A cool breeze whispers through the open window, making the curtains dance, and I feel a sob catch in my throat. He sees the good in me, the parts I thought were broken and useless. Then why does it hurt so much to stay? The question tears from my throat, raw and desperate. If I'm everything, why does it feel like I'm breaking apart right here? 'Cause love ain't easy, darling. Never was. He says it like a simple fact, like the sun rising or the seasons changing. He pauses, letting the weight of his words settle in the room. But you ain't walking out that door till you hear me out. Before I can react, he reaches down, his calloused hand closing over the handle of my suitcase. He lifts it effortlessly and sets it on the floor with a soft thud, a sound of finality. He's not asking me to stay. He's telling me I have to. He leads me out to the porch, into the fading evening light. The world is transitioning from day to night, just like us, caught somewhere in between. The air is alive with the chirping of crickets, a symphony of the Texas night. We stand there for a moment, not touching, just breathing the same cool air. You said you can't give me children, he says, his voice quiet but clear. I brace myself for the pain, for the gentle letting go. But then he turns to me, a faint, almost mischievous smile playing on his lips. Good. I've got enough kids for both of us. I stare at him, completely bewildered. A teary, confused laugh escapes me. "What are you saying, James?" He steps closer, his eyes locking onto mine, holding me captive with their sincerity. "I ain't looking for more mouths to feed, Anna. I've got my hands full with the ones I've got." His smile widens. "I'm looking for a heart that don't quit. A heart that stays through the storms and the quiet days. That heart's yours." A gust of wind sweeps across the porch, rustling my hair across my face. And for the first time in a long time, I feel like I can breathe again. He isn't looking for what I lack. He's choosing me for who I am. The weight I've been carrying for years suddenly lifts. The suitcase, my packed up fears and insecurities, no longer matters. I let go of the strap of my bag, and it falls to the wooden floorboards with a soft thump. I close the small distance between us and wrap my arms around him, burying my face in his chest. He holds me tightly, his strong arms a shelter. In his embrace, I'm not broken. I'm home. The soft, instrumental notes of a guitar seem to rise from the earth itself, swelling around us as the last sliver of the sun dips below the rolling hills, leaving us in the gentle twilight. Maybe love isn't about what we can't give. Maybe it's about what we choose to keep. The days that followed were a quiet testament to that. There I was, holding the reins, teaching his youngest how to sit tall on a horse, her giggles mixing with the dust. There we were, all of us crowded around the dinner table, the sound of our laughter filling the old house, chasing away the ghosts of silence. I found myself beside him, fixing a section of fence, our hands working in tandem, a rhythm of partnership. And one rainy night, he pulled me into the barn, and we danced to the sound of the rain tapping on the tin roof, a melody just for us. Each moment was a thread, weaving me back into the fabric of this family, this life. But as peace settled over the ranch like a blanket of moonlight, a new kind of quiet gathered on the horizon. Not the empty silence of a house about to be abandoned, but the stillness before a storm that would test everything we had just rebuilt. Thank you so much for watching the first part of our story. If you were moved by Anna and James's journey, please hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss what happens next. We'd love to have you join our community. See you in part 2.